So we went and saw Alpha.
Alpha.
So if you've forgotten about this movie, I feel like it had like big marketing to start and then kind of fell apart. And then it was out, and I didn't even know it was out.
It's a fictional story.
A fictional story about the domestication of the wolf, where we get man's best friend, the dog.
The dog.
Yeah. Just to say right off the bat, I did not want to see this movie.
She did not want to see this. I didn't want to see it either.
I tend to get maybe...
uppity?
A little uppity, yeah, that's a good word, about some kinds of movies. And I was like, this movie looks super cheesy and lame. I totally don't want to see it. Last week came around. Also, we have A-list, so like our budget's a little open to go see, up to 3 movies a week. And we had some choices, and nothing really like big was out, unless you count Alpha. And I was like, you know what, Kelsey? Here's the thing. I'm going to go in with an open mind and open up my heart and not be like an intellectual like snob, like I'm too good for this like movie. I'm just going to go in, open up my heart, and so we're going to see this movie.
And we did.
So we saw it. Yes.
So, Rachel, would you say go, wait, or skip Alpha?
I'm going to say wait. My reasons for waiting are that it didn't like change my world. There was nothing in it as far as like the way it was filmed or the graphics that I was like, oh, you got to really see this like at the theater. So I say definitely wait.
Okay, I'm going to agree with you. I think for sure wait to see this movie until it comes out on your favorite platform. I found the movie a little linear in that the story was kind of basic and, like it's exactly what you thought from the trailer. But there were some good, warm parts of this movie, and I love dogs too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, as soon as that dog's in the movie, I was like, wolf or whatever, but I was like, I love it. So, yeah, definitely wait for me too.
All right. So, spoilers.
I've been practicing that. I'm not very good at it because my dogs, they're in their room right now and they didn't even move.
What I loved about this movie.
Yeah, what did you love about this movie?
I felt like it was just a nice, I don't want to say heartwarming, but like it kind of warmed my heart a little bit. Like it was almost the whole entire movie was like this like boy, which older boy, young adult, and this wolf dog, right? Was just 90% of the movie was just the two of them.
Yeah.
And so it was about like both of them like suffering through some really difficult times. Yeah, so it was, I guess there was something like the way the wolf dog and this person handled these difficult times. The way it was shot, there was some really beautiful scenery. I don't know how they did it, but it was set 20,000 years ago. So it was just them, and there was like, wide open skies and wide open spaces. And so I thought like that was like really beautiful and calming. And so it was kind of nice when you're used to going to the movies and seeing like, crashes and blowing up stuff and all this, that there was just something nice and peaceful about this.
Yeah, there was a lot to love about this movie. I feel like you're right about some things about it sort of being allegorical in a way. So in the movie, I saw two beings, a human being and a wolf being, that found themselves in a difficult situation together. And in life, we can find ourselves often in a difficult situation together. And these two beings, who had previously even been enemies, right? Because that wolf was part of the pack that was hunting him. Mm-hmm. Instead of continuing that nonsense of hatred or whatever towards each other, they banded together and like they learned to love each other. They learned to help each other. They learned that together they could get to the place they both wanted to be, a new place for really both of them. They're going back to the person's home, and it's really far away and have to travel far together. The place will be new by the presence of these dogs, who, ultimately will be part of their life, and then for the dog, it's away from the wolf life or whatever. So I really loved that aspect of the movie. And then I don't know, like it was a simple story. I think that we're used to more complex, even I don't know. There's something in today's movies which lacks a certain gentle, good, heartwarming, quality that this movie did have.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I did not regret going to see it.
Right, yeah.
And I really loved that part of the movie, the relationship, and probably because we love our dog so much. But I love seeing that on the screen. It was actually very appealing to me.
Yeah.
So what didn't you love about this movie?
What I did not love about this movie was that although they chose, the whole movie was in subtitles because this was in some sort of ancient tribe, right? So they don't speak English. And so I was like, oh, interesting. They chose to be like a little more authentic there. Although I was like, what language is this? Did they make it up? Like, I started like running through the thoughts on that. But then there were other parts of the movie where they really like cut corners. For example, the clothes that this tribe was wearing, I was like, what kind of seamstress do you guys have? Because I could see like all the seams like really nice, and I just feel like I don't feel like they would be wearing clothes like that. I think that was for me, and I know there was something you didn't like about the movie that I also share, but I'll let you talk more about that. Well, like that things happened pretty quickly.
Okay, yeah, so that's right. So what I didn't love about this movie was that it was like crazy oversimplified. And I feel like the domestication of the wolf was just insanely fast.
Yeah.
It was like, I hate you, I'm going to kill you. And then 6 hours later, they're like, and it wasn't like 6 hours later, but it was so fast, at least on the screen.
It was like 24 hours.
Yeah, it was pretty fast. I was like, so the first wolf was domesticated because I was like, I can't domesticate a squirrel, or or even like if you bless your heart and you go to the animal shelter and take on a dog that's a troublemaker or whatever, and great, you should do that. But it's not going to be 24 hours that dog's problems are all sorted out or whatever. So I thought that was a little unrealistic.
Yeah,
it lacked a certain.
And then another scene that's similar to that is that the character, the protagonist, he falls into the ice, like the ice breaks. And like he falls in there and then he doesn't come back up. He ends up falling where he goes downstream and he can't break through the ice. He must have been in that ice.
He must have held his breath for 6 minutes and he must have been, like he would be dead within like 10 seconds.
Well, because if you fall in ice water like that, I mean, you're and then so he not only does he break out of the ice by using like a knife, and then probably the wolf dog helps pull him out. Then he somehow has the ability to build a fire, and and all this and doesn't die.
And when they're in like a blizzard situation, anyway, I get why the movie maker would make it so dramatic and
because you want
extra
this scene's drama.
Awesome. Like he'll be under the ice and he can't break through with his knife.
But the point is you can't survive that long in ice underwater.
So it was there were many parts of this movie that were tragically unrealistic. So I don't know. Like ultimately, I'm glad we went to see it, and I'm even glad it was made. I think our movies today get a little repetitive,
Right. To add something kind of calm and peaceful and heartwarming into and somebody took a risk, they told a story about the domestication.
I don't know how it did at the box office.
Dog. Yeah, I have no idea.
It was well received among critics. That's partially why we went to see it. I was like, hey, this movie got pretty good
reviews. Yeah, because I totally thought it was going to be 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it wasn't.
Yeah, you can never tell from trailers. There's a lot of movies like that.
It was much higher than that. So yeah, I do, I agree with you that there was, I'm glad that the movie was made and added to the, pool of movies out there.
Yeah. Rachelsey at the movies. Robots. Is that one?